Hello, this is The Way of Fairness. My name's Stephen Childs. I have some good news as well as crooked glasses. And so this morning I woke up and I look on my website and I had more hits than ever before. 80 visitors and like 1,300 visits. So they were looking at several pages, and they were like from Israel. They were from Israel. And I haven't had any from Israel before. I guess they stopped canceling. They stopped their cancellation. And they can't cancel me. They can make my glasses crooked, but they can't cancel me. And I'm not blaming the Jews. I'm blaming a collective power that is not just from Earth, it's universal. So the idea here is don't point fingers at any particular individual or group. It's not the Jews' fault. See, everybody was trying to conquer the world, and the Jews are just doing the same thing. And my ancestry did the same thing. So what's this about? It's about I got 80 visitors from Israel. See, they're revolting against the right-wing authorities. So it's about this tyrannical authority. And that's what was going on this morning. And they're still trying to get me to give up and do it their way, and then they'll hook me up with a beautiful girl. I don't want a beautiful girl. I don't want any girls. I like flies. That's just silly. So, it's silly that they think they're going to control me and take away my victory by getting me to fall in love with another female so they can break my heart again. No way. It ain't going to happen. I don't even want to look at them because of that. It's their fault. It's these authorities that are using our instinct for family, for love. They separate you from your family to try to break you. So the Gnostics some of them were Jews. And they said the God of the Old Testament was the laughingstock. And he is. He's a laughingstock. He's trying to rule us all. It's not a him, it's a group. It's the tyrannical rulers. And it's a strange situation. We're them. And we're also the ones that are against them. So each of us has this tyrannical bully inside that's trying to be unfair and get away with it. And we all have this side of us that doesn't want to harm people or animals. We care about other things. So we have both. We care about flies. The reason I'm talking about the flies so much is because of Judas. When I was 2 years old, they gave me a vision. A fly had landed on my arm. And this is why I remember it, because they gave me a vision of it that I wasn't supposed to forget. And I thought, I finally have a friend. I have a friend now. The fly that, was not my family. I was just only 2 years old or less. And then the fly shits down my throat, kind of. Like it made me think that. They made me think that that had happened, but it hadn't really happened. And they were saying that Judas did that. And I'm like, well, why did my friend betray me? I had never heard about Judas before. But it's like in that experience, I knew all about everything. But I was only 2. Because I was having a vision. So now, last night they told me that Judas is helping me now. So see, the key here is don't be offended by anything. And all life is sacred. This is what I'm getting at. Like, when we were kids, we stomped on the ants, and they probably don't feel a damn thing. You know what I mean? But the Buddhist practice, like, don't step on the insects, just to become conscious of the sacredness of all the life on the planet. So, like, I became vegan because of my consciousness of not wanting to do harm to animals. I grew up on a sheep ranch, so we put a lot of pain on the sheep and the horses and the spurs on the horses' sides. I can't imagine them hurting animals like that. See what I mean? So when I could, I left the family. And I left my attachment to the land behind. And I wanted to find out all I could about what God is, and what's really valuable in life, that kind of thing. So, the important thing here is don't judge others, protect. Don't judge people by their appearance. Don't judge me by my appearance. Protect me, I'm protecting you. We care about everyone. It creates a different experience. You might feel a lot of gratitude in your heart just from this thought. Because our minds are not really separate. The collective thing that I was talking about, this collective tyrant, it's from our minds, the minds of the universe. From the minds of all the brains on Earth, not just humans. So Rupert Sheldrake did a lot of work on the collective mind that can learn things from, he called it a biological field, for lack of a better term. So this is interesting stuff because it gets into like paranormal abilities and magic and things like that. The abilities you might have from connecting with the star people. See, I don't think I can bend a spoon myself, but if the star person being wants me to be able to bend the spoon bends. So we thought that God created us. No, it was not God that was telling us all this stuff. It was the extraterrestrials. It's not God that bends the spoon, it's the extraterrestrials. So what I was wanting to share mostly was how they're trying to get control of me by offering me a female that's attractive. And I don't want it. And it's like, don't you even want to be turned on? No, I don't even want to be turned on or nothing. None. And if I don't let them hurt me with love, they can't, because I refuse to be in love. They've hurt me enough times at 66 years old that I know it's a racket. See, they took my child to try to get me to surrender to the Mormon church that I left. And the authorities in the land were in on it because they wanted me to surrender to the authorities. And who's the authorities? It's tyrannical. See, we're not ruled by some person in the USA. We're ruled by law. And our law has been absolutely destroyed by people using it as a racket to make money. It's terrible. Because look, what you want to see a disaster? Stay tuned. Life and death is just a game. So don't worry about it. Let it happen. We didn't cause it, they did. We're trying to stop it, and they're not trying to stop it. So I made a post that, are they lying just so that the truth doesn't win and hold them accountable for telling the lies? So they have to destroy the people that are telling the truth. It's like let no good deed go unpunished kind of an idea. They want evil to win. Well, Judas doesn't. Satan doesn't want evil to win. If they are not doing wrong to people, anyone, any myth you want to talk about, then they're not evil. If you want to talk about the glorious gods that we have, Jesus, Buddha, name whatever, Mother Mary, whatever you want to bring into the conversation as the supposedly gods that are good and helpful, if they're doing wrong to someone, then they're evil. See, I base all of this on if you're doing someone wrong. So we have this terrible problem from religious morality being imposed on people. It's outdated. The religions are outdated, and we're trying to have morality that's based on stuff that's 2,000-3,000 years old. And most of it is absurd. It's outdated. So what is morality about? It's about right and wrong, doing someone wrong. Cheating someone is doing them wrong. Putting them into bondage to survive through the legal system and their need to acquire money at slave labor while we're creating billionaires that are benefiting by keeping the system going and keeping us all under the thumb of the law enforcement that is also subjugated to them in the same way that we are, and they're risking their lives protecting these people that are doing them harm by keeping them in a system where people hate them for their job and they hate the people, and all this hatred is causing us to stay in conflict against each other so that the billionaires that are organized together, working together, can keep making all the money. It's not fair. So that's why we're going to unite against unfairness. See what I mean? That's where we can say we have to be fair and everybody else has to be fair and the billionaires have to be fair. And if they'll just stop being unfair and use their money to stop unfairness, then everybody will have plenty. We all count the same. So I'm still going to say no to the girl because I do not want to give them any weapon they can use against me. So I have this thought where if they didn't have me pursuing their game, like I have to go to get a job for one of them, and otherwise I starve to death. If they was to have the, say, like if they're arranging everything, they're controlling us in various ways because we're afraid of death and so forth. So we do what they want, so they don't kill us, so they don't put us in prison, so that we can get a girlfriend and have a family. So we have to jump through their hoops. Well, if the girl just came to my place and we had an ordinary conversation, then who knows? But see, they won't do that. This is my point. They will not do that. They want to have control of me. And it's not the girl's fault, because they have to do what they tell them or they'll hurt their children. See, they've tried to get free of this tyranny too, and the tyrant says, if you don't do what I tell you, we're going to hurt your kids. So, that really affects motherly instinct to protect her child, right? So you can see I'm describing something horribly unfair, and that's what evil is. It's horribly evil. And it's the system that's on planet Earth that's horribly evil. So we can unite together. We know what evil is. It's unfairness. It's doing other people wrong. So we can stop being evil. So we're taking the moral high ground. We're moral. We're not doing others wrong. We don't care what your religion says. It's a bunch of hooey, It's outdated. That's not what morality is. Don't tell us. We know when someone's doing us wrong. We evolved this knowledge to know when someone's doing us wrong. It doesn't come from your God. That's absurd. So we can take the moral high ground, being atheist or an up-to-date believer in some kind of God, whatever that might be, that's fair, that wants us to stop doing others wrong. So that's like Jesus, but then throw away the Bible and just let the don't do others wrong be that's the only Bible we need. So then we can unite and look, we won't put you billionaires in solitary confinement and laugh at you if you'll help us create fairness on planet Earth. Have a great day.